Hello guys, welcome back to Learning with Isha. Now that we've done the monohybrid process, it's time to deal with a numerical on the same. The question is, the flowers in pea plant can be purple or white, where the purple flower color represents the dominant trait. The parents here are pure breeding plants. Please remember that it is extremely important to note if the parents are pure breeding plants or not. We are using the letter A, capital A or small a to denote these flower colors. First of all, let's try to denote them. The dominant color is the purple flower color. So we are going to denote that by capital A, and white is going to be denoted by a small a. First step done. Step 2. Now let's read ahead. Write the genotype and the phenotype for the F1 generation of the plants. Determining this is going to be the step 2. The step 3 will be write the genotypic and the phenotypic ratio for the F2 generation. Kindly pause the video and try to solve this. I hope you got to the right answer. But in such kind of questions, more than the answer, what is also important is to go stepwise and stepwise write all the things properly. Let's see if you did the right thing. In the A part, first, let's try to find the genotype and the phenotype for the F1 generation. The plants, first of all, one plant had purple flowers. So the genotype here is capital A, phenotype is purple, and the phenotype for the other plant is white, and the genotype is going to be small a, it is a recessive trait. Step 2 is now to form the gametes. The gametes are going to be capital A, small a, small a. Next step is going to be to do a fertilization. So to do the fertilization, we are going to figure out all the combinations. Capital A, small a, capital A, small a. Now let's deal with the other gamete, with the first one and with the second one. Okay, now the next step is to determine the genotype. So this represents the genotype of the F1 generation. The F1 generation has all flowers having a dominant allele. All are going to show the dominant character, that in this case is the purple flower color. So the genotype is this. The phenotype is going to be all plants with purple flowers. So it's going to be 100% purple flower, or the genotypic ratio is also going to be 1:1:1:1. Now let's move to the second part of the question. For the F2 generation, we have to take F1 parents and perform a self-pollination. So the phenotype of the F1 plants was purple. So let's take two purple flowers representing male and female. The genotype is AA, heterozygous purple, not homozygous. The gametes formed are capital A, small a, capital A, small a. Now fertilization करवाइए. F2 generation में क्या आ रहा है? The genotype. So let's see. Let's check that out. So the same process will be repeated. So first is your capital A, capital A with this small a. The small a with this capital A, write the dominant one first, and the small a, small a. This is the genotype for the F2 generation. What is the phenotype for the F2 generation? The phenotype for the F2 generation is purple, and white. White is the recessive character and is only going to be expressed when both the alleles are of the recessive type. Here, even though it's a heterozygous condition, one dominant allele is present. So the character is going to be of the dominant type. So this is the phenotype. Now let's come back to what my question was originally asking from me. It was asking the genotypic ratio in the F2 generation. So the genotypic ratio लिखने के लिए पहले तो आप ये लिखिए कितने तरह के genotypes हैं. One is capital A, okay, the other is capital A, small a, and the other is small a, small a. Capital A ये first case हो गया, ये दो capital A, small a, और ये आपका ये वाला लास्ट वाला रिसेसिव वाला. सो ये 1 है, ये 2 है और ये 1 है. सो दिस इज माय जीनोटाइपिक रेशियो. व्हाट इज माय फिनोटाइपिक रेशियो? फिनोटाइप है जो कलर ऑब्जर्व होगा. 3 कलर्स पर्पल हैं, सो पर्पल इज 3, 1 is white, so white is going to be 1. So it is extremely crucial to know the genotypic and the phenotypic ratio in this case. The next numerical is going to be a slight deviation of this. What we are going to do is we're not going to take parents that are pure breeding. They're going to be heterozygous. Let's say if the genotype is going to remain the same, the phenotype ratio is going to remain the same or is going to vary. Thanks for watching my video. Please consider subscribing to the channel for more such updates.